Hello once again, this is Craig Robertson, and we're doing another prospecting for gold in Northern California. This is the second of two parts. You might remember about 6 months ago I released Prospecting for Gold in Sweetwater Creek when Sweetwater Creek was bone dry at the height of summer. This is part two, and I'm showing you the same introduction, the beginnings of Sweetwater Creek in the recreational area, only this time it is January, it has been raining, and so there should be water running, and we will take another look and see if there's gold in them thar rivers. Same location off Interstate 50, Dorado Hills Boulevard, which turns into Salmon Fall Roads. So let's walk through those gates and take a look. This is a view of Sweetwater. You can see through the bushes my silver 4Runner parked up there. This is a direct route from the road, which runs right up there, down to this lovely pool. If it wasn't for that corrugated tin pipe, this looks to be some kind of a swimming hole that people must be coming to. I don't think this is a good place to prospect for gold, but that's just sort of the lay of the land. There's a car coming on Dorado Hills Boulevard or Salmon Fall Roads at this point. Let's go downstream. Okay, you'll remember from the last video when this was dry, I'm just leaving the clearing, and that's Sweetwater over there. And you can hear the water running. So I'm just going to kind of walk straight over and down the bank and see what's going on. There, my friends, is Sweetwater Creek. It is running here in the month of January. It hasn't rained in about 3 weeks, but we had quite a bit of rain back 3 weeks ago. So this is all still runoff. Definitely a creek, not a river, but that looks like a good place to set up my little bazooka sluice and work a little bit of Sweetwater and see what is happening here. I'll keep you posted. Okay, little bazooka sluice set up nicely here on a little fall in Sweetwater Creek here in January. And now the question is, do I look for gold there? Do I look for gold there? Where am I going to find gold? This is called working a river. So let's look upstream. You see where that little picturesque log crosses Sweetwater up about 50 yards away. And this is how I look at it. Okay, that's a little waterfall, so that's high volume, high velocity coming through that falls area. So gold and rocks would come shooting straight down that falls, and then the river, the creek is straight for about 10 yards. So that would be not a place for deposition. Then there's this intermediate little falls, that babbling little brook there, and then this rock pile. And I think at high flow here, the water is going to come careening over from that top little falls over this rock pile. It's also going to come down the little babbling brook. So probably in the center of the picture, in the dry area, the gold carrying material is probably going to come over that rock and sort of fall out in that area, or maybe just my side of the little babbling brook waterfall, because it's going to be wanting to make the turn, but it's going to be going slow. So that's where I'm going to go categorize some material, and I'll let you know how good my theory worked. Okay, here's that little smaller babbling brook waterfall, and with my army shovel I dug down a couple feet in the bank of this heap of rocks, classified it. I got about a half a bucket of classified material, and I'm going to go run it in that there's sluice, and we'll see if this test pan is testing positive. Okay, about a half a bucket of material classified kind of coarsely, run through my mini bazooka, gives you about that much stuff to pan out. So let's go for it. Well, here we go. This is Sweetwater Creek all over again from last time. The good news is there is gold in the pan. The bad news is that little speck right in the center of the field is it. Not worth much effort. Again, it proves that there is gold in Sweetwater Creek, but I went through a ton of black sand to get that little speck, so it's been cleaned out pretty well. But I guess the glass is either half empty or half full, depending on how you look at it. There is definitely gold. It's easy to get to, and come on, this is pretty as all get out. I'm going to try that rock there, right in the center of the field. It has a little bar behind it Maybe it'll get some settle out because it's a big rock. We will try that. So, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours into my excursion to wet Sweetwater Creek, I am done. As I say, it's very pretty, very easy to get to. And that's all I found was that one little teeny piece of gold, hardly worth the trouble. I went up to the bigger waterfall and dug at the base of it. I dug in some fans, the sort of sedimentary fans that form after big rocks. Again, tons and tons of black sand. More black sand than you would like to shake a stick at. But no reward for my efforts in terms of the finding gold. So I didn't like it here too much when it was dry. It's very, but I didn't find much here when it's wet. So will I be back to Sweetwater Creek in Dorado Hills looking for gold? Probably not. Do remember that it's a beautiful hike, and so it has some redeeming qualities unless you, like me, are hunting gold. I'll talk to y'all later.